Welcome back to Nerds RS, where anyone can be a kid. I'm joined by my co-host, Mr. Ike Siemens.
What up, guys?
Tias unfortunately couldn't make it, but we're still going to bring some quality content. Today we're talking about the newest DC trailers to come out. We're talking Shazam. We're talking Aquaman. We're talking Young Justice plus The Outsiders. Let's double the fun. Ike, let's start off Shazam. What do you think about that dope trailer?
Dude, I'm fucking stoked, okay? So, I can't remember his fucking name off the top of my head all of a sudden, but, he used to play in Chuck.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either. I just fucking know him as Chuck.
I don't know why I spaced his name all of a sudden. I was talking about him with somebody yesterday, but, anyways, dude, he killed it in that show. He was always a great actor in my opinion.
Yeah, but when I saw they cast him as Shazam, I was like, really? Chuck?
I got really excited, but I was really
he's so
worried
small.
about how small he was. Yeah, and I was like, I don't want another fucking Superman recap where you have Henry Cavill coming in at 205 looking like a little fucking bitch. I was like, well, this is going to be interesting. And then he shows up on the trailer all fucking
jacked as a motherfucker.
As shit, looking like Ben Affleck did for Batman, you know, just getting huge, like, out of nowhere. I was like, I didn't even know.
I know, I'd like to see what his official weight is, because, I mean, to go from, like, 120 to, he's gotta be at least 230.
Dude, 220 is minimum.
Yeah.
Minimum.
That's insane. Plus, his face, I will say this, I always did think, like, ever since I heard he was cast, at least, that he had a good face to play Shazam.
No shit,
to
right?
Play
that Boy Scout looking
to play
face.
Kid turned into adult.
Yeah.
He kills it with that face. And at least for what I saw in the trailer of playing a kid who has superpowers and looks like an adult.
Well, and that's the thing, is that's why I was stoked about his acting ability when I first heard he was cast, because it was one of those situations that I was like, fuck, man, I've seen him act, and he's always really good at being comically, you know, entertaining and stuff. He's kind of like Ryan Reynolds in that aspect, where he's really fucking funny, knows how to be a kid, knows how to have fun, knows how to enjoy his roles, and he maximizes that potential, and he got perfectly cast for that. And the only thing that I was worried about was his size, until I fucking saw a trailer, you know, going over his the first release picture when it first was released.
Oh yeah.
His set picture, and dude, when that got leaked, I was like, holy
even when
fuck,
that
man,
got
muscle
leaked, though,
suit.
when still skeptical, I was like, I don't know, it's a weird angle,
like a lot of muscle suit,
yeah,
this, that, and the other thing.
But then as soon as that trailer came out and he first makes the transition, says Shazam for the first time, I was like, oh my fuck, this guy is huge.
Yeah. No, you can tell he put in some fucking work. He's like Chris Hemsworth style.
Yeah, well, I feel like what may have happened is they were like, oh hey, this is your co-star, The Rock. And he was like, oh fuck, dude, I gotta get big real quick.
Yeah, can I get some gear, please? I need to run a shitload of steroids really fucking quick.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I was a little bummed you didn't see any Black Adam in the trailer, but it was the first trailer, so that makes sense. I did like the scene where he's like, the guys go to shoot him in like the 7-Eleven, and the bullets like don't like do anything. He's like, oh my god, a bullet.
Yeah,
you guys are fucked. Like, sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed.
Walking out with a bunch of shit. I was like, you probably
hey ladies,
pay for that.
I'm a superhero.
Oh man,
dude, for a second, not gonna lie, for a second, you know when in the trailer when he is on the subway and then it like goes all weird and then he ends up in the cave with Shazam.
Yeah.
And then I thought that was Jordan Peele for a second. Shazam.
Original Shazam?
Yeah.
Oh, geez. Oh, dude.
I thought it was Jordan Peele because you know the Key and Peele episode where he's like, we've been looking for you for a while, and he's like, you only found me because I wanted you to, and he's like, shoot me right in the gut or catch the bullet. That guy, he like has all the long hair, and he's like, got it. Yeah, I swear to God, Shazam looked almost identical to him in that skit, and I was like, please. That'd be so fucking funny. That'd be such a good joke. Which would be right in line with like the whole character
Right.
and the way they seem to be gearing the movie.
No shit. Well, and that's the thing is like, dude, I'm stoked to have kind of a more B-list character come in, and you know they're definitely finally following suit with Marvel and throwing in some lower caliber characters.
Well, it's not even
that
the
they can
lower
have
caliber
more
characters.
freedom with. Though.
I think what is going to make it good is the fact that they're finally starting to move away from all of our characters need to be dark and brooding.
That too.
That is the thing. That's the thing that makes DC bad. I'm sorry, but Superman has had his dark moments in comics, but he's not a dark and brooding character. Same thing with Wonder Woman.
It's Batman, and pretty much only Batman. You know, classification and styling.
Yeah, see, and to jump to another trailer, they seem to be doing the same thing with the Aquaman trailer that just came out. Where you're like, oh, it's serious, like he's fighting for his kingdom against his own half-brother and shit. But some jokes would be nice. And then they just threw some jokes in there, and I was like, oh, cool. Like, it's not gonna be, like, depressing, under-the-water bullshit.
Well, and that's the other thing that I'm fucking stoked about is with the Aquaman trailer. Oh, God, what is his name? I just spaced his name, too.
Jason Momoa?
Jason Momoa, Jesus. Yeah, I mean, with Jason Momoa, he's got a fucking acting history where he can do, you know,
he was
the dark,
like, he did a
brooding
lot of
character, the badass, he can do the funny guy.
People don't ever realize how many roles he was actually in before he was in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Because
no
Game of
shit.
Thrones is what blew him up. I mean, you know, I'm sure people knew who he was, but he was not like an A-lister.
Yeah.
It wasn't like everybody knew who he was until he was in Game of Thrones, but he was in a lot of stuff before that.
Dude, he did Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone. He was the main right-hand guy of the bad guy. So I mean, he's
got that classic like, I'm a big peon body, so
yeah,
that makes sense.
That's the thing is he holds a screen presence because of his size, but he knows how to, you know, his personality type is such that he's funny, he's easy to get along with, he's charismatic. So with all that stuff, I feel like they're going to be able to, you know, really bring out him as a person in his character.
What did you think about the other casting, though? What did you think about Merida's casting or his half-brother's casting?
Dude, they looked pretty good for, you know, comparative.
It's kind of funny, though, that his half-brother looked more like the original Aquaman than Jason Momoa does.
Yeah.
Did you also catch that?
Yeah.
I was like, blonde, good-looking as fuck, like, this fishy-ass motherfucker looks exactly like the original Aquaman.
Yeah, because, I mean, and the thing is like, his half-brother in like, some movies and some comics and stuff, he had, you know, the dark hair, and he was kind of more...
Well, he wears, like, and he also wears, like in Justice League. Is it Unlimited? No, I think it's just Justice League. Like, yeah, he's just a kind of like a douche-looking douche guy. But, like, also in comics, like, he gets, like, that sick, like, fish helmet, and he gets, like, his own bad guy name, which for some reason I can't remember what it is. But it's something like Shark, something like that, but he, like, becomes, like, one of the main villains of Aquaman right alongside fucking guy with the red eyes that I can't seem to remember.
Mantis?
Black Manta?
Yeah.
Yeah, Black Manta, which also, when he popped up in the trailer, I was like, yes, dude. First of all, they made his suit, like, they didn't show his face, so I don't know who's, like, I could probably find out who's playing him, but right now I don't know who's playing him. But I was like, suit-wise, spot on. Spot on. They gave him, like, the sickest suit of armor. They put the eyes, like, way up high, just like they are in the actual helmet.
Yeah.
Which I was like, sick. Although I did read a thing, because I was more excited to see Black Manta than I was to see him fight his, like, his half-brother or whatever, but they were like, they came out and Jason Wu, who's the director of it, said, like, I just want to let you guys know, like, Black Manta's not the main villain. He's kind of more of, like, a side thing for later series. Like, the main villain is his half-brother.
It's perfect, then.
It is perfect, but at the same time, I was still just a little... Oh, but Black Manta, like, and Aquaman gonna fight each other?
Well, and the thing is like, they're doing, like, Thor and stuff, where, you know, it's like some of the original villains are more close to home, you know what I mean? And then they start getting into the more distant, more major villains, where they're more consistently, played throughout the comics, and they're more consistently put in the TV series and the movies and stuff like that. So I feel like they're following suit with their, cartoons and with their fucking comics. I feel like they're doing a good job.
They're always killing it with their animated. I mean,
dude.
Speaking of Young Justice Outsiders, I mean, animated or animated season 3 coming out.
So
that is one of the
stoked.
best animated hero shows I've ever seen.
If you guys haven't seen that, that is by far something that you will spam watch all the way to the end of season 2.
Season 3 is coming out.
It only
took 5 years for it to happen, but
fuck, I know, right? I had such a fucking major boner for that show.
Was that on Cartoon Network? Is that what that was on? Originally 1 and 2?
I don't know if it was on Cartoon Network for the second season. I think it was on for the first season. I don't remember it being on for the second season.
Because if that's what happened, it wouldn't be surprising. Because, Cartoon Network did cancel Teen Titans, which is arguably also one of the best, animated superhero shows.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, dude, we'll just give you Teen Titans Go.
Fuck. I don't know. At least the movie, Teen Titans Go movie, looks kind of
I do actually want to see that, because it's you know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not like you're not expecting. It's clearly a campy, jokey kids movie.
Yeah.
And that's cool. I would have been totally way more cool with Teen Titans Go if they had put it on
just done the movie.
No, if they had put it on at the same time. Teen Titans.
Oh yeah.
Because then you I see what audience this one's for, and I can see what audience this one is for, and if those two audiences blend, cool. But you're gonna just end Teen Titans like that?
Is Toonami back on? Because I know they brought it back, but did it stay back on?
I have no idea.
I never
watched. It's the 21st century. Nobody has fucking cable anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just fucking Netflix, Hulu, or die.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, I'm watching.
That's why DC starting their own streaming service.
Yeah, dude, fuck DC, and isn't Marvel doing it too?
Or no, I think they're still exclusively with Netflix.
I thought Disney was putting out a couple more movies on Netflix before they go to their own, their completely own
couple more movies,
or
a couple more TV shows.
A couple more movies. I think they're doing a couple more movies with Netflix before they completely retract streaming service as an entirety.
I wouldn't be surprised if they followed suit to DC. It's kind of what they've been doing for fucking years, if we're being real here.
Let's copy DC. They're having a good idea. Let's copy them.
Yeah.
And then they learn from DC's mistakes, and
so Teen Titans Outsiders. You watched the trailer, I literally just showed it to you.
Fuck.
Are you fucking stoked?
Dude, I have so much excitement for that shit. With the dark side, Vandal Savage moment at the end.
Dealing with Wally's death.
Yeah, Wally fucking dying.
I love how they showed the whole sequence of events to him dying.
Yeah, they did the whole end of season
for the
recap.
First half of the trailer. I was like, well, thanks for fucking bumming me out.
Oh yeah, I was excited to watch this, but now I remember that I was depressed as fuck when that ended.
Although they did show some new characters coming in. Finally got to see Static Shock finally make his comeback to cartoon for that ever since the show got taken off the WB.
Well, and then in the second season, with the Reach coming in and stuff, you did kind of get to see him
a little bit
before he was Static Shock. He was just a
exactly.
teenager, who had kind of some electric abilities, and before he went all out and fucking became a superhero himself. And so I was stoked to see his fucking Static Shock uniform look just like it used to, too.
Yeah, it was good.
Very, very
Although he
similar.
doesn't have the goggles anymore.
He doesn't have the goggles, but I feel like that's more updated because the goggles were kind of a 2000s thing. Late 90s,
Digimon.
2000s, Digimon. People fucking did that in real life. That was kind of a style, those fucking Jinko jeans and stupid ass shirts and fucking
I wonder if he's still gonna
on your head.
Zip around on freaking manhole covers and shit. I really hope he does.
I hope he does too, because that shit's hilarious.
I thought it was
funny,
cool.
It was practical, it was just logical.
Yeah, when he's
garbage lids.
He skateboards the power lines in one episode.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, you grinding those power lines? Fucking dope.
Fucking boss.
Yeah.
But yeah, oh dude, speaking of goggles on your head, I actually, just now thinking of it, I saw a guy come into my work the other day, and he had goggles on his head. Old school as fuck. And I was like, he was a heavier set dude, definitely nerdy. We talked about a whole bunch of games and shit, super cool dude.
Were you like, bro, where's Agumon?
Dude, I know, I was just like, Man, I have not seen somebody actually seriously wear goggles on their head. And
just been like,
not be
tie.
God, dude. Yeah, it's priceless. But yeah, fuck, dude. I'm stoked. DC is actually pulling their head out of their ass, it seems. They're putting in some fucking work. They're learning, changing shit up.
They were just like, for consistently, like 5 movies, they were like, no, but like, what if we just drop the bass down on the soundtrack 1 octave? Boom.
Yeah.
Smash hit.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is like,
what if we take all of our lights and we don't use them?
No, and the thing is like, I mean, with the Dark Knight series, I loved that series comparatively to most DC shit because it was his dark and brooding series.
But is it good by itself, or is it good just compared to other DC movies?
It's good as a standalone by itself and compared to other DC movies. The only thing that they could have worked a little bit harder on was the fucking villains. If they had, minus Heath Ledger killing it as the fucking Joker, by far my favorite all time, minus Heath Ledger, I feel like they could have done better with Ra's al Ghul, a lot better.
Yeah, but I still love Liam Neeson. I feel like they could have written him better, but as Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul, that's super
that was
good
a
casting.
Perfect cast. It was a perfect cast that was thrown away with shit script and, you know, misfilled storyline. It was a garbage lead up.
No, I mean it was the same thing with Dark Knight Returns with Talia al Ghul.
Yeah,
where it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Her
like
situation.
With Talia al Ghul and with Bane. I mean, fuck, dude, Bane, really?
They completely took away the fact that he was like a luchador and took away his whole character personality.
Like, yeah, and the thing is like, yeah, there's so much drastic change when he's always roided out luchador. You know, he always had that fucking roid serum, you know, pumping, and it was like, that's how Batman defeated him many times, you know, and it's like, fuck, dude, and then, fuck, yeah, I don't know. They just had so much capability to do some cool shit and expound upon what had already been done in the comic world. And that's the only
reason I say that it's good comparatively, but not great as a standalone.
I'm not saying it's great as a standalone. I'm saying
it's okay
good as a standalone, and definitely in comparison to most other DC movies so far, it has been great. So it's not, you know, a most phenomenal show. I mean, or a phenomenal movie series. The second one was by far the closest, I feel, to being presented and screenplayed and, you know, scripted and all that stuff. I feel like that was by far the best one, and that's because, you know, Heath Ledger sacrificed himself to make that, you know, what it was. He literally, like, he put himself in such a dark place in his mind, was on so many fucking drugs for it. Dude, he went fucking all out, and dude, you can't fake that. You see the realism in, you know, in that character because he made it real. He took it and made it real. Badass. But
so, since I would say obviously the guy who's playing Shazam looks a lot like the character, and obviously The Rock does look very similar to Black Adam, and obviously everybody in Young Justice like the characters because it's a cartoon. Does it bug you at all that Jason Momoa does not look like classic Aquaman? I mean, he clearly doesn't look anything like the classic Aquaman, or even any Aquaman.
When I first, you know, saw the casting for the Justice League movie, I was like, oh man, it's still better than everything else DC has done so far. You know, I was like, it's not classic Aquaman. They took some freedoms, and I feel like it's gonna turn out good. And lo and behold, I feel like his best, the best role out of the whole fucking Justice League in that scenario was Aquaman. Even Batfleck, you know, I had high hopes. Really did not get enough screen time, and between the Batman and Superman and the Justice League movie, I don't feel like he really was able to shine, you know, being as a director and fucking actor and this, that, and the other thing. I feel like he was too split to be able to really, you know, come through as a good character.
So are you saying that ability to play the character is far more important than looking exactly like the character?
I would say yes. Yeah. Because honestly, you can have some similarities in a character, and I mean, Jason Momoa being an Islander, you know, it's kind of, you know, relatable at least. You know what I mean? Like
I get it, you fucking racist.
Well, and that's the thing. But I mean, realistically, it's
when you associate Islanders, you associate them with the island. When you associate an island, you associate it with the ocean.
Water, yeah.
You know, I totally get what you're saying. I actually don't think it's racist at all.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
sure
more
kind of realism. Yeah, it's more kind of realism though, and so I'm like, yeah, I mean, you got either a fucking blonde-haired beach bum on the fucking oceanside California, you know, lighthouse, or you have, you know, an Islander on a lighthouse oceanside. So it's like your kind of sixes there for me. I'm like, yeah, I could see either one of those playing out and being realistic, but I feel like it was a better cast and script than anything else DC has done so far.
Alright, so to end this episode, if you could only see one of those three things, if you could only see Shazam or the new season of Young Justice Outsiders, what would be your decision?
Holy motherfucker.
You could only watch one of them for a full year. And then after that year, you can watch the other two. But you only, like you have obviously run the chance of major spoilers in a full year. And the chance of a sequel coming out.
I would definitely say I'd have to watch Young Justice first, because I've been waiting for so fucking long on that.
Would you?
Yeah, I would say Young Justice, number one. Zachary Levi is the character from Chuck. So, you know, I would say him pulling in as Shazam would be a second best option. And then Aquaman, because I know it's going to be good. I would say that's probably my least concerned situation. So I'd probably leave the safest bet for last. That's how I would play that.
I see what you're saying. I think I'd probably do Shazam first, actually. And then I would do, if we had to do in order, then I would do Young Justice and the Outsiders, because if a full year passes, there's a good chance that if it does well, another season would already be coming out.
Yeah.
And so I'd have time to watch the first season.
Well, that's the other thing, is if I watch the first season, I'm helping support that season.
That's true.
To bring in another season.
Well, you know what, dude? Not everybody's as helpless as you are, so fuck you. And then probably third for me would be Aquaman. Just because, even though it does look great, because it's a DC movie, I still have my reservations about it. Just, I've been hurt too much.
Yeah, no shit, we all have. God.
But yeah, that'd probably be my third. Probably gonna look it up right after we finish recording this shit. Find out who is cast as Black Manta. Because first of all, if he's not a black guy, I'm gonna be very disappointed.
True.
Honestly.
That would be a boner kill.
Yeah, but it better not be Sam Jackson, or I'd be fucking pissed.
Motherfuckers would be definitely a hilarity in that movie. I mean, that would add a lot of depth.
Yeah, but it would just
motherfuckers.
Be so not, like, on par with Black Manta.
What if it's like Denzel Washington or something?
I would be so down if it was Denzel
cool
Washington, dude. I'd be like, fuck yeah, dude.
I'd be stoked. I'd be so fucking stoked.
Yeah, I mean...
What if it's Michael B. Jordan?
I'd be so fucking pissed, dude. He could play probably... no, he probably couldn't play a Calder. I would say...
Michael B. Jordan could play Calder.
No, you know who could play Calder? It's the guy who played... Oh, actually, no, he'd probably be better as Black Manta. It's the guy who played Black Panther.
Oh, yeah. Jordan's a little bit lighter, and he's a little bit...
He's not that... He's not young, and he's just like... He's gotten past that point where he doesn't look as young anymore. You can tell he's like not 17 anymore.
Yeah, but I mean, he looks young 20s, which Young Justice. I mean,
Keller
fuck,
would
dude,
have been
they're-
in his teens because he would have joined the team with Robin and Wally.
Yeah, but they could have fucking just done some throwback shit and kind of like made his face look a little bit younger. I'm sure.
I know. I mean, the
CGI,
technology is
yeah.
clearly there.
We have the ability. We can make him faster.
We can make him younger, less cracked.
Oh shit!
All right, guys. Well, I think that's the end of the episode for this week. We're running a little bit long, but thanks so much for listening. And check us out on nerdsrs.com. That's NRDSRUS.com. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all under the same name. Check us out. And if you go to find a link to our Patreon and support us for just $2 and get an awesome shout out on that single podcast, and you do it once a month and you get a shout out once a month.
You throw down some serious money, we'll make you some fucking cool shit like we did to our other buddy, and throw down some fucking dope ass beer taps or custom gaming nerdy shit that we'll make for
like
you.
that. And everybody buys shit on Amazon because everybody knows that brick and mortar sucks my ass. There is a link on our website for Amazon. You just click on the link, shop like you normally would, and just help us out a little bit. And who knows, maybe we'll use that money to get a fourth mic. Finally get some guests on here like we've been talking about.
Fuck yeah, guys.
Fuck yeah, but in the meantime, guys, thanks so much for listening. Stay classy, stay nerdy. Have a great day.